What is going on, guys? Welcome to your 73rd Java tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be finishing up our program and actually running it. So in the last tutorial we created a list on the left, we created the move button, and we added some functionality to it. So now we go ahead and the only thing we have to do is create the list on the right. So let's go ahead and make right list, and just go ahead and set it equal to new JList, and we don't need any parameters for it because by default we want nothing in it, so that's why we don't need any parameters for it right now. You can if you want, but I mean it'll be kind of useful. And hold on, let me itch my ear. Oh, yeah, that feels good. You're right in there. Oh, disgusting. So now what we need to do is, since we have nothing in our list by default, then it's not even going to appear on the screen by default, since it doesn't have anything in it. So what we need to do is set a default height and width for it, pretty much. So let's go ahead and see, what do we put up here for 3? Okay, what we need to do is first take that right list, and to make sure it appears on the screen by default, what we need to do first is, get out of my way, set visible row count. And I'm going to set this equal to 3 because our other one was set to 3, and I just want some consistency. So next I'm going to take that right list, and we need to set a fixed cell height and width. So set fixed cell, let's do width first. That don't even make sense. We'll set a width of like 100, and do the same thing for height. Right list, set fixed, crap, my default thing, height, and we'll set this equal to like 15 or something like that. And this should be enough to hold our values. If it's not, we'll go back and tweak it a little bit, but oh well. And the last thing we have to do aside from this is take that right list, and we need to set the selection mode like before. So set selection, probably can copy this from up there, but too lazy to. Set the selection mode. Make sure I didn't write get selection mode. And what this is going to do, list selection model dot, and we're going to write, wow, how convenient is that, multiple interval selection. So then once I type right list and type this right, what this is going to do is allow you to select multiple items from the right hand side, and I know you guys can't see that. Multiple interval selection. So just like that. Now that we have our right list made, the only thing we need to do is add it to the screen. So let's go ahead and add new J scroll pane. So we want a scroll bar in this one too. Right list. So now we have everything added to our screen, and our program is basically built right here. So let's go ahead, and in our main, I already have this stuff from the last tutorials. Let's go ahead and run this and see what we got. Well, I resized my window a little weird, but we can always change that by setting the size right here, but I'm too lazy for now. So as you can see, the title is title, and now, unlike before where we can select single things, if I hold down the shift key on my keyboard, look at this, click, and now I get a multiple selection. Or if I hold down control on my keyboard, I get that selection where you can select like every other one. Or if you want to deselect something, just click it again, and now if you move it, you get bacon, more bacon. Or if we want bacon, wings, and ham, I'm going to click bacon, hold down shift, click ham, and move, and we get bacon, wings, and ham. And of course, if we want everything, let's go ahead and just select that, move, and now we got everything right there. So that is pretty much the program of using a multiple interval selection, or in other words, multiple selection list. And one quick time how this program works, we pretty much made variables right here in an array. We took that array and passed it into left list, so left list will have something to display. We set the visible row count, we made it so you can select multiple things, and we also made a scroll bar on the left list. Then we got to the move button, we did all this default stuff, and we also did this cool stuff, set list data of the right list automatically depending on what you select in the left list. That's why whenever we click move, it first looked what we selected in the left list, and depending on what we selected, that's what it put in the right list. So this is how you do that using setListData in the getSelectedValues method. We added that button to the screen, and then what we did is we made a new right list that was empty by default, and since it was empty by default, it wouldn't display if we didn't give it a height and width. And now we made that list so you could select multiple things in it even though you didn't really need to. And last but not least, we added the right to the screen, so everything was added to the screen and it was good to go and it was good to run. So that is our final program using multiple selection lists. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got the hiccups now. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next tutorial.